I'll tell you something. Right now, somatic first aid will be so important. So this is a video you want to watch till the end. You want to make sure to save it. You want to make sure to share it. In the last few days, I've talked to a few people that have told me how overwhelmed they feel right now, how some of them have had panic attacks, other people are just feeling so overwhelmed that it's really hard to move and do things. And I mean, the world feels a little bit too threatening for a lot of us right now, so it makes total sense. So how do you deal with things when they are so overwhelming? They feel like they consume you. They feel like they are so much. Luckily, there is a protocol that was issued by Somatic Experiencing, which is the body that gave me my certification as Somatic Experience Practitioner, and I'm going to share it right now. So this is a protocol in English. Feel free to take a snapshot. I will share the one in Spanish at the end. But as you can see, it's all of these steps that you have to follow. And they're easy to do. It won't take too long. You can literally lock yourself in the bathroom, lock yourself in your car and do them. And I'm going to walk you through them. The first one is a slow down. So when you notice that you're feeling like everything is so much, everything is consuming, what you want to do is a slow down. So what he recommends here is just walk 10 steps really slow. The pace of the nervous system is really slow. Have you ever seen those people that do Tai Chi, how slow they move? That's how slow you move in somatic experiencing. So you do those 10 steps very slowly. The secret here is don't be up in your head, because sometimes your head is pulling you up so you can continue thinking. No, make sure you notice what it feels like to touch the ground, what it feels like to switch the weight from one side to the other. If you're not able to walk because you're literally locked in the bathroom or locked on the car trying to calm yourself down, just move your feet, keeping your heels in the ground. Just lift the tips like this. Very slow. 10 times. The next one is connect to the body. So basically, you're going to cross your arms and you're going to cross your legs and bring your chin down, and you breathe there for 10 breaths. Now, for some people, this can be very activating. So just play with what feels good. Maybe you just want to kind of rub your arms down. Some people like to put one hand here, one hand here. And what it does is allows you to remind your body of its border. Sometimes what is so threatening about a big emotion is that it feels like it overwhelms you, but you want to remind it of its border. So this is a step that's going to help you do this. Next step is orient. Orientation response is one that brings us a lot of safety. So you slowly are going to look around, just noticing your space, noticing the different textures, the different shapes, the different colors. If you want to help yourself, you can even say square, gold, blue, beige, square. Just kind of noticing what's around you. Next step is pendulate. So you're going to look in your body for a place that doesn't feel as overwhelmed, that doesn't feel as anxious, as big. Maybe not 100% comfortable, but the place that feels just a tiny bit more comfortable, or maybe just a tiny bit less uncomfortable. And you are going to put your attention there. It can be just for a few seconds before you move to the place that has this big emotion, for a few seconds, and then you move back. Because what happens is your body contracts when you look at the place that feels the tension, and then expands just a little when you look at the body that feels a little bit more comfortable. And then it contracts and expands and contracts and expands. But every time it expands, it just expands a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, giving a space for this giant emotion. Now the last step is engage. Go out, talk to people, pet your dog, pet your cat, go out in nature, take off your socks and feel the grass, or go out in the cold and just feel the crisp air going to your lungs. Just reconnect with the world, re-engage with the world. when we remind ourselves that we are safe in the now, or even if we can find those places that feel a little bit, just tiny little bit safer within our body, we're able to quickly reconnect with ourselves, anchor ourselves back in the energy of safety and connection. Now, I said I was going to share this one in Spanish. You can see the translation is here, so take a snapshot as well. Make sure to share it with everybody, make sure to save it. I have a feeling we're going to be using this quite a bit in the coming times.